The personnel shortage at the FTC starts at the top, where the departures of Obama administration nominees went almost a year without being offset by nominations of new commissioners by the Trump administration. The Senate confirmed 5 FTC nominees last week, leaving one to be sworn in to take Olhausen's spot once she is confirmed. That is not exactly the level of attention you might expect for America's foremost and oldest privacy cop. The FTC was created in 1914 by Congress to protect customers by halting unfair, deceptive, or fraudulent conduct by companies from robocalls to data breaches, and to promote competition by enforcing antitrust laws. The FTC has also been hurting for resources at lower levels. We've been level funded for the last several years, which is essentially a cut, McSweeney said in an interview Thursday in an office strewn with moving boxes. Saying, "We do have fewer people working on enforcement generally," McSweeney suggested that having more experts on staff might speed up FTC enforcement actions that can take years to complete. "It needs more resources and staff to be able to move quickly," said Michelle DeMuy, director of the Privacy and Data Project at the Center for Democracy and Technology. "It's fair to ask what kind of resources the Commission has to date," said Biren Shaka, president of the libertarian policy group Tech Freedom. He also suggested that the FTC focus its budget on bringing fewer but bigger cases. The FTC's frequent remedy when it finds that a company has engaged in unfair or deceptive acts or practices has been to negotiate a settlement in which the company commits to meet a higher standard of privacy protection, as verified by frequent audits by third parties hired by the offending firms. Consent decrees should be transparent, should be more responsive to actual business practices, and should be rigorously enforced by the FTC, said CDT's DeMuy. The preceding steps all have one advantage in that they don't require Congress, which has been loath to take action on a variety of privacy issues. The easy and obvious first step for Congress would be to pass a law setting standards for disclosing data breaches. McSweeney and DeMuy both want to make it easier for the FTC to fine offenders. Right now, a company has to enter a settlement and then violate that before it risks owing money to the feds. They'd also like to see Congress grant the FTC rulemaking authority, so it can set some standards instead of waiting for an abuse to occur. The Facebook debacle has renewed debate in Washington about the desirability of passing all-around privacy law. During Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg's testimony last month, even some Republican members asked if the U.S. should have something like the European Union's sweeping general data protection regulation. There should be comprehensive data security and privacy legislation, McSweeney said. But will the same Congress that rushed to cancel pending FCC broadband privacy rules last year do any such thing now? That's a lot to imagine, even more so than the idea that the White House would leave the government's chief privacy regulator essentially adrift for a year. More from Rob. Email rob@, follow him on Twitter at @RobGuerrero.